to be launching a tasty pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs, and we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Friday, May 6th, 2022. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Walker 294 has officially entered the chat. Now, if that one went over your head, what I mean by that is that we've got new Nick Walker update photos for you today. And according to Nick's camp, his weight was somewhere in the neighborhood of 294 pounds when these were taken. At this point, it kind of feels like people are running out of ways to describe what we're seeing from Nick, because in this off-season, the rate at which he's improving is hard to compare with any other bodybuilder other than maybe Ramy, Flex Lewis, or maybe even a peak Ruli Winkler from the generation of bodybuilders that we've had in the past. But then you factor in his age and career arc that he's been on so far, and you can't help but wonder what this is going to look like when he finally reaches his apex. These are interesting times if you're a classic physique fan, because on one hand, there's never been more talent across the entire division, and on the other hand, the guy sitting at the top is really good, and so dominant that it makes it damn near impossible for anyone else to break through. So with that in mind, I want you to think about how good Urs Kalecinski must be if he's holding his own against that level of talent in his second season as a pro. Already this year, we've heard huge names like Dennis James comment on Urs and how he could end up being the future of the division one day. And that alone should be enough to let you know that he's regarded by some of his peers in the industry as a true talent. So if he can put together another few solid months of training before he jumps back into full-scale prep mode, there's an outside chance we see him competing for a top 2 spot this year. I'm not sure how many fans we have in Spain who might be watching this show right now, but if you're out there, I hope you managed to grab yourself some tickets to the Flexman Classic last weekend, because it looks like Samson Dauda made sure everyone in the building got their money's worth. For someone who was allegedly taking a rest to give his body a chance to heal up from the grind of his last few contest preps, he looked pretty damn good. And he might have even looked sharper than he was a few weeks ago before he shifted into his, well, rest phase. This guy is slowly turning into one of the ultimate X factors in the open division. So if he keeps going at this rate, it'll be interesting to see exactly how he fits into the Olympia equation later this year. And last but not least, we're closing out the week with this brand new update from Quinton Eriya, who looks like he's making a pretty strong case of his own to enter into that X Factor territory that we just touched on with Samson Dauda. As you can see here, slowly but surely, we're starting to see Quinton work his way closer to being in mid-season form. And every time we get one of these updates, you can see a few more details starting to pop up here and there that we weren't able to see a few weeks ago. And that's in addition to the fact that he's also carrying a lot of new muscle that he didn't have last year. So when he finally ends up getting back on stage, people better be on their P's and Q's, or else that one might be over before it even gets started. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.